You're fat. You're black. Go back to Africa. Go back to wherever you came from. These are some of the comments that are not so nice, not so friendly that we get sometimes. And everybody gets comments that are not so nice despite your situation, your social status, your race, your background, whatever. So as I train you to go out there and be yourself and promote yourself and develop yourself, there are some things that will not be avoidable. So there will be some negative reactions. So let's talk about how to deal with it. Like, you're fat, you're big, you're black, you're this, you're that. How do you respond to that? The most reaction for most people is first reaction is to fight back because you're under attack. But the best thing always to do is to show restraint, to not engage. I know it's very hard to tell somebody don't engage because even when I tell my diversity magazine team, as you know, you come to work with diversity magazine, you are dealing with a lot of people and there will be some that will not be so nice to you. But how do you react? You want to pick a fight and waste useful precious time instead of doing the work? Or you want to be defending yourself? I'm fat, then you want to start explaining why you are fat or why you are not fat? That's not important. You can ignore it, do ignore. But since a lot of time people have to respond, then we have to also help you how to respond. If you are responding, the first step will always be, because the words are already out. Words, as you know, are the most powerful tool in the world. Words don't die, they don't age, they have the same potency or the same beauty trait. Once ever is left, the word gone. So what's the word gone? This object, your mouth. When it's come out, you can't take it back. You can only decide on how to deal with it. So that's why I'm going to spend some time to talk about how do you deal with it. The easiest way to deal with things that are not nice, comments that you don't like, whether it's from the computer or face-to-face interactions, or comments on your post or comments on you or anything, is to first take it through the analyzer. What's the analyzer? Is your mind. Take a minute or two. Some people say 30 seconds, but I will give you up to two minutes. Analyze this comment. The first part you really want to analyze is what the person is saying. Is it about me? Analyze the comment. Is it really about me? The second part of it is it about them? A lot of time, believe me, it's also about them. They have their own challenges in life and they are putting it on anybody they meet, they can manage it. So it could be about them. The third is it true? If it's true, we are not immune to feedbacks. We can take feedbacks and improve. It's not a problem. So when you pass those three tests, then you can determine the second step, which is where do I place it? Do I keep it in the garbage? Do I send it to garbage? It means ignore. Do I keep it to process it and deal with it later? Or do I fire it back right away? A lot of time it's better to keep it, process it and deal with it later, because when you are angry, whatever you do will not be nice, and you can do things that you regret, things that you will not be proud of yourself, things that you feel embarrassed in the past. And in other words, sometimes things that will harm you in the future, will cost you in the future. If you have big dreams, you might see yourself people bringing things that you've said or things that you've written in the past. So it's dangerous to respond right away. It's better to keep it and process it, or maybe dismiss it. Some things are not worthy of responding to. So talking about this, let me take an example. Go back to where you are coming from. That's a common one that people of color gets in the Western world, because not only in Canada, it's everywhere. So that comment by itself, what does it mean? This person perhaps doesn't like you because of your color or your look or whatever. Are you really gonna go back? No. This person clearly has their own trouble because you're not causing any trouble to them. You're not doing anything wrong to them. Attacking you without any provocation means they really are troubled themselves. Am I gonna want to engage with somebody who is troubled? The answer is no. So this one, where will you put it? Garbage. So ignore and move on. There's no time for this. So let's take another comment. You are fat. Maybe let me examine myself. Am I fat? Maybe I've gained some weight, but that's fine. I'll be like, yeah. I put on some weight, but I'm going to work on it. So that's what I will tell myself first. Then the other person most likely is best to be like, thank you, and I'm working on that. Easy, neat, and we move on. Or if you choose to process it and deal with it later, then that's even better. Because I know it's hard to ignore, but some people do ignore. One last comment. You are dumb or you are not that smart. Again, I have to ask the three questions. Where do I put this? Do I process and deal with it later? Do I put it in the garbage? Do I respond right away? Again, the question too sometimes is who is the one saying it? Because who is saying it can be very important to tell you where to put it, whether you are putting it in the garbage or you are processing it to deal with it later, or you are responding right away. Of course, if your boss saying that you are not so smart, then you want to ask for context. What do you really mean? Sometimes we want to ask more questions to people what they are saying, because they might mean more than we are assuming. Sometimes our own weaknesses and vulnerabilities might play on our memory, and somebody say you are not so smart, then you are thinking because nobody has ever said you are smart, everybody knows that you are not that smart, then now you start being defensive, and it creates some problem in your mind and to the people you are dealing with. So sometimes we have to also manage our own vulnerability and insecurity. You know, everybody has their own insecurity, everybody has their own vulnerability, everybody has their own weaknesses. And if somebody is touching around those areas, yes, you become sensitive and sometimes defensive. So whatever it is, as I said, you have to be able to deal with nasty people. Best case is don't engage. If you must engage, again, take 2 minutes to analyze it. Check, after analyzing it, determine whether you're going to put it in the reserve to process it and deal with it later. Then maybe down the road you'll be like, yeah, last time you said this, I've analyzed it and I think you're right, I'm working on it. Or this is garbage, I'm going to ignore, it's not worth my time. Or thank you. Sometimes then the person is, you disarm this person and they have nothing else to say, and now let's move to what I want to talk about, which is